This video is a brief overview of what SELweb assesses and why we chose to assess those things. So SELweb, as you know, is a web-based system to measure children's social emotional skills in kindergarten to 6th grade. For both our early elementary system, which covers K to 3, and our late elementary system, which covers 4th to 6th grade, SELweb is designed to measure 4 important skills. First is emotion recognition, which involves knowing what other people feel. Second is social perspective taking, which involves knowing what other people intend and believe, really being able to step into somebody else's shoes to see things as they do. Third is social problem solving, which has to do with the ability to understand and navigate challenging social situations. And last is self-control, which is about the ability to voluntarily modulate thoughts and feelings to achieve a goal. Now, we chose those 4 constructs to include in SELweb for a number of reasons. The first is that there's a lot of literature suggesting that the better developed each of these skill areas is, the better children do on a range of important outcomes, including their ability to interact successfully with others, the quality of their peer relationships, their academic outcomes, and mental health outcomes. So each of these skill areas is important in its own right. Another important reason we wanted to measure these 4 skill areas is that they're reflected in some of the most widely cited models of social and emotional learning. On the left, you see the 4 skill areas that SELweb is designed to assess, and on the right, you see the CASEL model. What we call emotion recognition and social perspective taking is part of what CASEL calls social awareness. What we call social problem solving is part of what CASEL calls responsible decision making, and what we call self-control is part of what CASEL calls self-management. So everything that SELweb is designed to assess is reflected in the CASEL model. Finally, we wanted to assess skills that are the focus of instruction in some of the most widely used social and emotional learning programs. This page shows a crosswalk between the kindergarten scope and sequence of an SEL program and the skills that SELweb assesses. Each of the rows reflects a lesson in that scope and sequence, and each column reflects a skill area measured by SELweb, including emotion recognition, social perspective taking, social problem solving, and self-control. Wherever you see a check mark, that means that that skill was the focus of instruction in that lesson. So for example, in the lesson number 6 on identifying feelings, the focus of instruction was largely on emotion recognition, which is a skill measured by SELweb. Now, what you notice here is that in nearly every lesson, the focus of instruction is on a skill that is measured by SELweb, and for every skill that SELweb assesses, there are multiple lessons in the scope and sequence that focus on teaching that skill. We're developing a library of crosswalks like this for some of the most commonly used social and emotional learning programs. Our goal is that users of SELweb will be able to use what they learn about their students' social and emotional strengths and needs to guide their use of program resources. I hope this has been helpful to share with you a little bit about what SELweb assesses and why we chose to assess those skills. Drop us a line if we can help you with your SEL assessment needs.